Hello everybody and welcome to Sim Race TV. Coming to you live tonight with the Sim Addicts, the season opener for the Monday Modified Series here at KOKOMO. And that's right, you heard the intro song. We're back on dirt, getting dirty. So get what you need. We got about 4.5 minutes left here in practice, and then we're going to switch over to qualifying. And we're going to get dirty here on SRTV Network. So we got a lot of good drivers out there again. A lot of fast dirt drivers here for the season opener here at KOKOMO. And I kind of thought that, you know, nobody likes KOKOMO, right? I thought it'd be a little different. But hey, we got a full house here. We ain't playing cards, so. Let's take a look at the leaderboard right here in practice. Hayden Cardwell, he's on top of the charts, it looks like right now. We'll take a look at our top 10. Shad Prescott in second, Darren Freeman, Bailey Cardwell, Trevor Fitz, Greg Thompson, Jarrett Murphy, Clay Devin, JD Brown, and Jed Barton rounds out the top 10 right now. We'll go on down through the field here because we got Shane James in the house. Joshua Hesson's out there, Jeremy Freeman, Sean Bowers, Davis Sutton in the 97. We got Wes Gwaltney, Dustin Hall, JD Saz, Earl Jackson, Cody Canton Wine, Danny Lawson, Jonathan May, Douglas Brashears, and I'm sure you've heard of quite a few of those guys out there before. So they're going to put on a great show for you here. Race number 1. And that's right, Monday Modifieds. Modified Mondays is what I call it. But hey, we'll be back here on Monday nights, getting dirty. And of course, I'm Jay Weezy, if you didn't know. Let's hop in a car with Darren Freeman and see how he's getting around KOKOMO here. KOKOMO's a tough track, man. They get right up next to that wall, and they let it eat. Darren Freeman working that throttle, working that wheel, trying to get around KOKOMO the fastest way, and just like that, we hop right out of the car. There's your pole sitter right now, the fastest one in practice, the 07 of Hayden Cardwell. See that paint job done by Evil One Graphics. Evil One does a lot of great paint jobs, man. I see a lot of great paint jobs out there with that Evil One Graphics logo on it. And Hayden decided to go out and run a lap. Let's jump in with him. Oh, hope he don't get mad at me giving away any secrets. We got a battle going on right here with 1.5 minutes left in practice right now. The 14 is JD Brown, and JD knows I'm a big fan of him. He's currently 9th on the leaderboard right now. Just taps the inside of that tire. Down there running the bottom of the track here. So these guys are going to switch over to qualifying. We're going to run some heat races, and right now we got 24 cars out there ready to do some dirty work. So we're going to take 3 out of each heat race. I believe. We'll double check here shortly. 30 more seconds left in this practice session. JD Brown out there figured out how to get around KOKOMO there. We got Shad, I believe that's Shad Prescott. Nope, maybe not. Jordan Bitterling in the 225s out there running some laps. And I'll be doggone, he's got an SRTV Network logo on the side of that thing. Hey, that car looks very familiar. Good looking race car right there. It is on Trading Paints if you guys want to run it. And Shout out to Jordan for running some laps in that thing for us, and caught me by surprise there. But what's up, Derek? What's up, Jeremy? All you guys out there, I see you out there, Blake. And qualifying is underway here. These guys are gonna go out and run some laps, see who can run the fastest, put the thing on the pole, and start on the pole in these heat races, lead all the laps, and try to get the win here. So we got some heat races coming right up, and I need to take care of something real quick. Give me just a second. All right, I'm back. See who's out there on the track. Joshua Hessen currently sitting in third right now. Let's see who's on the top of the charts. We'll throw up a top 10 here in qualifying. Shad Prescott, the 41. These paints will be updating. He just wrapped up his. Trevor Fitz just stole the pole from him. Fastest lap on the track right now is a 12.755. And Shad Prescott got beat by 1,000th of a second. 7.56 is his time on the chart there. Third place is Clay Devin, the 84. He threw down a 12.886. He drops to fifth just like that. Shane James hops in, the number 3. He throws down a 12.769. Still got a few cars that haven't qualified yet. JD Brown out on the track, going down his first lap this time by. Let's take a look. Down on the bottom on his first lap here as he comes through turns number 3 and 4. With the hammer down to the line, he's going to throw down a 12.964. Not quite fast enough for the pole. Puts him in 9th. We also have Wes Gwaltney out there, currently running the 018 number. But hey, Pleb Racing over on YouTube. UMP Modifies is his favorite cars. Hey man, thanks for watching. iRacing needs to add some more dirt short tracks like Ponderosa Lake, Cumberland 411. Hey man, I'm with you on that one. Wes Gwaltney qualifies 16th. Hayden Cardwell takes the pole with a 12.548. Bailey Cardwell's out there right now, currently in 7th with a 12.861, his fastest lap around. We also had, let's see, JD Brown's dropped to 10th. And I believe all the cars have qualified, besides Earl Jackson and Danny Lawson. Sean Bowers out there in the 199, currently sitting in 21st position with a 412, sorry. He's driving the 199 machine as he finally parks it. We got a minute and a half left here in qualifying, and all these cars have qualified besides 2 of them. And it looks like the number 07 machine is going to hold down the number 1 spot here in race number 1, the season opener for the Sim Addicts Monday, the Modified series here. And, you know, I call it Modified Mondays. So these guys got their helmets on. They're ready. And I'm ready to see some dirt action. It's been a while, and I missed it. I will say I missed it. Love these guys out there, especially these Modifieds, man. They put on a great show. Let's take a look at the weather here, Kokomo, for tonight's race. As heat race number 1 gets underway, the wind's coming out of the southwest at 7. They switched to west as soon as I start talking about it. Coming out of the west at 9, so it's switching up a little bit. So remember that. Wind's getting up to 10 mile an hour, 11 now. So the air temperature is 77. Track is 85 degrees. That does make a little bit of a difference on how much grip they have out there, I believe. Let's go to Our starting grid here for heat race number 1 with Hayden Cardwell, the 07, starting on the pole. And on the outside, I believe Shane James going to be on his outside. Bailey Cardwell starting in that 122 machine inside that second row to his outside. The 14 of JD Brown. Greg Thompson, the 313, third row inside. The 97 of David Sutton starting on his outside there. In the fourth row, we're going to have Douglas Brashears. It's going to be in a 53 car. And we got JD Lur, they say Darren Literal there in the 68 machine. And the guy to watch here in this one, for a fact, the 07 machine of Hayden Cardwell, he's going to look to lead all these laps and win heat race number 1 for race number 1. And everybody's got a target on his, I mean, he's got a target on his back from everybody. I guarantee that. He is definitely one to watch. If he makes every race this season, he will be a contender for the championship, along with Shane James, JD Brown, Bailey Cardwell. Green flag's out here. Heat race number 1's underway. And Hayden Cardwell shoots out of there like a rocket. Shane James tries not to let him get away there. These guys get single file pretty quick. This might be a clean, fast race here. 8 laps here for heat race number 1. Hayden Cardwell wastes no time putting a gap there on Shane James. Shane James in second. JD Brown's in third. Keep an eye on this battle here. The top 3 will advance. We'll throw this up on the screen here for you. Cardwell, James, and Brown locked in right now. This is second and third right here battling. They are locked in. We're going to keep an eye on this transfer spot because all these guys are fighting for a pole position there in one of the other mains coming up. Hey, Scott. The 313 of Greg Thompson holding on to the 4th spot. It's going to be 2 more times around here for Hayden Cardwell. Hayden opened up a can of you-know-what on this one. Let's take a look at our leaders. Shane James trying to run him down, not far behind here as they slide through turns number 1 and 2. The white flag is out for the 07 machine. Hayden Cardwell comes off of turn number 4. The hammer is down. He's going to take home the win for heat race number 1. Nothing unusual for this cat. Shane James and JD Brown locked themselves in. Greg Thompson, Bailey Cardwell, David Sutton, Darren Literal, Danny Lawson, and Douglas Brashears. They're going to have to fight that thing out in the B main, C main, D main. Just depends. I believe 24 cars signed up for this one. All right, heat race number 2 is getting set to go. Down here, the 28 of Trevor Fitz, your pole sitter. The 84 of Clay Devin alongside him. Second row is going to be the 118 of Joshua Hessen and Jordan Bitterling there in the 225. Third row is going to be I'm sorry. Third row is going to be Dustin Hall on the 331 machine. The 018 is Wes Gwaltney alongside him there. Fourth row, JD Sass, the 22. And the 00 there, Jonathan May starting the tail end of this one. Watch out for this 28 machine of Trevor Fitz. He knows how to get around in these dirt cars, and he's going to have some trouble, though, because Clay Devin there and Joshua Hess and Jordan Bitterling, all those guys are going to try to steal this one from him here. He's got to get a good start. Here we go. Pace truck's off the track, and the green flag's out. The hammer down is in effect. Clay Devin makes a little bit of contact with him there on that restart. Is your top three right now. Fitz, Devin, and Hessen. Oh, a little bit of trouble there. Looks like the third place car of Jordan Bitterling. He makes a little bit of contact with the outside wall. We're going to have to watch this transfer spot here because he might fall out of that top three and lose his transfer spot here because he does have Wes Gwaltney, Dustin Hall, Joshua Hessen. Those drivers trying to steal that third place, but the 225 looking fast right now. I'll lighten up a little bit. Just don't have no energy. Jordan Bitterling stretches it out there on Wes Gwaltney. Wes still trying everything he has to get to that back end of him. He's running out of time. 2 more laps around here for Trevor Fitz. Trevor's led all the laps here in this heat race. Heat race number 2 for the Modified Mondays. Race number 1, the season opener, and the white flag is out. It's going to be one more time around for Trevor Fitz. Looks like Jordan Bitterling is safe as the 28 comes off of turn number 4 to bring home the win for heat race number 2. Congratulations to Trevor Fitz, Clay Devin, and Jordan Bitterling for locking themselves in there. Wes Gwaltney, Joshua Hessen, Dustin Hall, JD Sass, and Jonathan May. Not quite so lucky. Heat race number 3 about to get started here. And the 41, he's a rocket too, man. The 41 of Shad Prescott starting on the pole is not good news for any of these drivers. Jarrett Murphy, he's going to be starting outside of that first row. Jed Barton in the 115 machine starting second row inside. Outside of him is going to be Darren Freeman in the number 5 machine. Fourth row goes to the 18 of Jeremy Freeman. And we have the 23 tonight. I believe he's going to be the 5. I'm not for sure. But Cody Canton-Wine there in that 23. Sean Bowers in the 199 starting at the end of this one. And should be Earl Jackson should be out there, but I don't see him out on the racetrack. Hey man, come on over, pleb. I hear you, buddy. The truck decides to pull off the racetrack, so here we go. Race number 3 is underway. Shad Prescott tries to get a good start, but doesn't get it. And that opens the door for Jarrett Murphy, and then contact between him throws that 41 sideways there. He drops all the way back to last here in 1 lap. He is fighting to stay on, to stay ahead of that number 18 of Jeremy Freeman and the 199 of Sean Bowers, but that's going to put Jarrett Murphy as our race leader here with Jed Barton in second right now in the 115. Cody Canton-Wine running pretty strong there in that 3rd spot. He's got the 5 of Darren Freeman hot on his trail. A little bit of issues there for the number 5, it looks like, of Darren Freeman. He's having a little bit of a connection issue, and he's got our pole sitter here, or our Shad Prescott trying to get around him without any contact there. It's kind of hard to see the 5 there from that angle, but he's going to use the high side and fly right around him there. He's back up to 4th after dropping back all the way to the tail end of the pack there. Now he's got to get around the 23. If he can get around Cody Canton-Wine here, he's got 3 laps to do it, counting this one. He will transfer on to the main, and you better believe he's going to try it. He's going to move to the bottom here on Cody. Can't wind up on the high side. Prescott has to check it up a little bit. That allows Cody to get away. Now he's running out of laps here because this time by, the white flag will come out for Jarrett Murphy. Shad Prescott has to get around this 23. And he's going to hammer down off of turn number 4. And he gets it there on the last lap at the line. Jared Murphy with the win in the 25. Jed Barton and Shad Prescott move on there. All those other guys. Hate to see it for Cody Cam Wine, but it is what it is. And this time, folks, we're going to take 5 cars to the B main. This is the C main, so top 5 will advance here. Let's take a look at our starting grid here. These guys out on the racetrack, ready to go here. I believe this one's going to be 12 laps. What a haul there by the 41 of Shad Prescott. Drops all the way back to the tail end of the field, comes all the way back up through to take over that last transfer spot there from Canton Wine. Great run for him. But this time we got a new group of drivers here. The 97 of Davis Sutton. He's going to be the pole sitter here. The one that slings them off into turn 1 slideways there. He's going to have the 331 of Dustin Hall on the outside of him in that first row. Second row, the 199. That was pretty good, wasn't it, Pleb? The 199 is Sean Bowers. And on the outside, looks like the 68 of Darren Littoral. Third row is going to go to JD Sass and Jeremy Freeman. And last but not least here, unfortunately, the 00 of Jonathan May starting on the tail end. We're missing three cars out of this one. Douglas Bashirs, Earl Jackson, and Danny Lawson did not make the grid here, so they must have some kind of technical issue or mechanical issue. They can't make the race here, so maybe next week. It's like that sometimes. You know how racing is. You don't have to just be good. You have to be lucky, too. Can't have no failing parts. So here we go. The 97 of Davis Sutton throws the hammer down. Dustin Hall has the high line, and he's going to fly around him here. And he has him clear as they enter turn number 3. Davis Sutton tries to use the bottom, couldn't get the grip that he was looking for there. And that's going to give Dustin Hall the lead here as he leads the first time by. They're going to keep battling, and we did have Jonathan May on his roof as we got a quick glance at that. Dustin Hall starting to try to pull away here from Davis Sutton here in the C main here. It is 10 laps to go here, so plenty of time for these drivers to come up through the field. We got a battle going on between, looks like Jeremy Freeman having some trouble as well, but the 199 of Sean Bowers has got his hands full of JD Sass. JD has figured out how to get the bottom to work here at Kokomo. Looks like Freeman having some trouble as the 18 runs around the bottom there. Jeremy Freeman out of the way of these drivers here. Davis Sutton, and then at 97, purple and white modified, looking good there. He tries to run down Dustin Hall. Let's take a look from his car. It's gonna be 4 laps to go this time. Just not getting a good run. Oh, then that's what he needed there. A little bit of a bobble there by Dustin Hall, and David Sutton didn't stay in it. He had to burp it a little bit there, allowed Dustin Hall to get going again. Dustin Hall still running a great line up on that high side here. Let's jump in. See how he's getting it done, man. That right rear right up next to that wall. The fast way around here at Kokomo, and he has got it figured out. The Evil One Graphics, number 331. Dustin Hall takes home the win David Sutton, J. Darren Literal, JD Sass, and Sean Bowers is your top 5 that get locked in here. Is the 97 of David Sutton, gives the 331 a congratulations. Jeremy Freeman, he's going to come home 6th there, but not going to advance. As we move on to the B main, I believe 8. Let's take a look. Oh, we're going to have 11 cars in this one that are going to advance. So let's take a look at our starting grid right here. We got 10 drivers starting this one, and I believe all of these cars will make the main here. Only 2 cars going home tonight, I believe. So most of these drivers will make this main. The feature race here tonight. It's getting slick out there. It's getting beat up. The cushion's getting beat up, they're saying. All right, looking at that 313 of Greg Thompson, man. Beautiful paint job on that 313, as he is going to be our leader here, starting this one off. On the outside is going to be the 018 of Wes Gwaltney there. Then we got the 23 of Cody Canton Wine and Bailey Cardwell there, the 122. Third row's Joshua Hessen and Darren Friedman in the 5. Fourth row's Dustin Hall in that 331. We just watched him get that win. David Sutton in the 97. He finished 2nd. Fifth row's going to go to Darren Literal in the 68. And JD Sass, and the green flag comes out. Sean Bowers at the tail end of this field. Things got a little bit stacked up there, but the drivers managed to come through there pretty clean. Let's get a wider look. We got trouble. David Sutton goes around. He's sitting down there in turn 3 and 4. Let's take a look. He gets it back going again. He's at the tail end of this field, but these drivers are putting on a show. The 5 of Darren Friedman there, as he battles Cody Cantwine. He's running that middle line. Cody has to check up on the high side. That's going to allow Darren Friedman to gain a little bit of ground. Dustin Hall starting to pull up on his left side there, and he gets a little sideways, more sideways than he would like to. Dustin Hall just flies around them like they are sitting still, tied to a stump or whatever you may call it. A lot of guys up on the high side. Looks like that's the fast way around, but this 331 of Dustin Hall has figured something out on the bottom. He has got it moving down there. He's up to 5th place right now. Comes almost to a dead stop there as he slides through turns number 1 and 2. Let's go back up front where our race leader is, Greg Thompson. He is out to a nice lead there over the 018 of Wes Gwaltney. And these dirt drivers like to have 3 numbers. They make it as tough as they can on us up here in the booth, but that's all right. That's all right. The 018 of Wes Gwaltney in 2nd. Bailey Cardwell in 3rd. So Wes Gwaltney better watch out. Here comes that 122 of Cardwell. Cody Cantwine, he's in 5th. Or 4th, I'm sorry. He's in 4th. Greg Thompson's still leading these guys around. And he is not playing the 5 machine of Joshua Hessen down there on the bottom right now. He's looks like he's going to be a lap down. There's our leader goes around. Right along with our race leader, Greg Thompson. Smooth little slide there into the corner. Car rotates perfectly there for him. And he's off the throttle all the way there as he comes across the start-finish line to bring home the win. Greg Thompson, congratulations. Bailey Cardwell, Cody Cantwine in 3rd, Wes Gwaltney and Joshua Hessen in 5th. Your top 5 for the B main. Now we're going to move on to our final practice here of the night, and then we're going to have our 50-lap main event coming up for race number 1 here, the Cinematics Racing League, starting off their season here tonight. And we thought we was going to have to postpone this thing. iRacing was having a little bit of trouble there earlier, While these guys run some practice laps, let's hop in the cockpit of one of these drivers. See what it's like out there at KOKOMO. If you guys got a driver you'd like to talk to, let me know who it is and what you want to ask them, and we'll try to find them on the radio. No guarantees, but we'll make the attempt. Track looks a little bit slick there on the high side, but I believe everybody still will run up there on that high side. Well, I lost you for a second, but I'm back. All right, who else we got out there? This final practice session, Hayden Cardwell is the fastest driver out there, and no stranger at being the fastest driver out on the racetrack there. This guy, I tell you what, I don't know how he does it, but he does it. And no, I don't think so. He did not. A lot of fast drivers over here, but not that one. All right, well, hey, let's get a word in with our let's see here. See if we can talk to Jeremy Freeman. Jeremy Freeman. Hang on just a second. Jeremy Freeman, it's Jay Weezy. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Hey, man, good season you got coming up here. The Modified Monday Series. Starting off tonight here at KOKOMO. Just want to get a word in with you, man. What do you think about this season coming up here? And how's your car out there?
My car wasn't so good in the main, in the B main. Broke a shock or something to the wall.
Yeah, it's a tough place, man. KOKOMO is not the easiest track out there. My favorite one is Knoxville. A lot of people not really very fond of this track, but hey, man, it's a good track for some good racing. It puts on a good show, man. Tell us about this season here you got coming up.
Well, I'm hoping this season will be better than last season. We had a big season last season we did with Blake Mosley over at IDA. Hopefully this season I can top what we did last season. We got, of course, hoping to bring you aboard as our broadcaster, like usual. New drivers, old drivers alike. I'm hoping for a great year. I'm hoping.
Yeah, I've seen some new guys out there and seen some familiar faces as well. Tonight, I believe you had 25 cars show up for it. So a lot of drivers out there. How many make the show? 22?
It'll be 20.
20? Uh-oh, 5 cars going home. All right, man. We'll let you get back to work out there. Good luck in the race.
All right. Thank you, Jay.
Yes, sir. All right, that was your race admin, the driver of the number 18. He is out there racing with these guys, so gotta have some fun, man. It's not all about work, and I don't blame him. 50 laps here tonight, getting dirty on SRTV Network with Jay Weezy. Let's take a look at our starting grid here. Hayden Cardwell starting out in the first row there. Inside the 28 of Trevor Fitz, Jarrett Murphy starting on the inside of the second row. The number 3 is Shane James, Clay Devin, and Jed Barton starting in the third row. Fourth row is going to be J.D. Brown and Jordan Bitterling. Fifth row, we got Shad Prescott and Greg Thompson. Sixth row is going to be Bailey Cardwell and Cody Canwine. Seventh row is Wes Gwaltney and Joshua Hessen. Eighth row is going to be Darren Literal and David Sutton. Ninth row is J.D. Sass and Dustin Hall. And then the last row, we got Sean Bowers and Darren Freeman. Tell you what, Hayden Cardwell is going to be one to beat here, and it's going to be hard to do. And I'm about to get excited as we are back on dirt. About to get dirty here. Get ready, because the pace truck is off the racing surface, and Hayden Cardwell is about to hammer down here. It's green. Hey, Corey. Cardwell wastes no time getting a good lead there over Trevor Fitz there. A little bit of contact, a little bit further back. These guys is really going at it. Jordan Bitterling, he's out there. He's got his hands full. We are under caution here, and I believe it might be the 5. I don't know. It's a good question. Let's take a look. Let's go back and take a look on the replay, because I missed it straight up. Oh, I think it was just a... There we go. All right, we got it here. Looks like we're watching the 118 of Joshua Hessen. The 23 checks up, pretty much comes to a stop in front of him, nowhere to go, spins it around. David Sutton involved there, as well as the 199 of Sean Bowers. That's why we're under caution here for the first one tonight, and possibly the only one tonight. Let's take a look at the weather here. The track temp still 84 degrees. Winds calm down just a little bit out of the west at 5 instead of 11. All right, here we go. About to go racing one more time. 50 laps. Only 5 complete so far. Hayden Cardwell throws it down here. Trevor Fitz is on it. He don't let him get too far away there, as well as Jarrett Murphy. Jarrett knows how to get around this place here, as well as Shane James running in third. The 14 of J.D. Brown. He's going to use the bottom down there, and we got a pile up in the back. J.D. Sass, David Sutton, Dustin Hall, Sean Bowers, no. Cody Canwine, I believe. Wow, that was a pretty big one. Let's take a look. They come off of turn 2 right here. We're watching. I think it happened in front of them. Oh, yeah. Bitterling gets together there with the 313 of Greg Thompson. Greg Thompson has that beautiful car, and I hate to see anything happen to it, but we'll take another look here real quick. Oh, yeah. Just a little bit of contact there. Left rear and right rear. Come together there, get married, causes a pile up. Man, what a pile up that was. A lot of drivers get caught up in that did not deserve it here, and that's going to put the 313 on pit row there, and it's going to end his night here. Green flags back out here, and what a restart there for the 28 of Trevor Fitz there. He about had our leader Hayden Cardwell, but Cardwell managed to slip through the gap. JD Brown still on the bottom there in the 14. Jared Murphy and Shane James about to slice and dice it up. JD Brown and the 14 right there on the bottom, as well as Jed Barton, all these other guys up top. JD Brown might have something there on the bottom. He's starting to gain some ground on Jared Murphy, and Trevor Fitz starting to get a little bit closer there to Hayden Cardwell. Let's get a closer look here. Right up next to the wall there. Not an easy thing to do. You will hit that wall. If you hit that wall, it will damage your machine. You damage your machine, you're gonna have to park it. I mean, it's just not gonna be worth driving. So you gotta be very careful. The speed is up there, but also the concrete is up there. Hayden Cardwell has it figured out. He's got that right rear planted right up next to it there perfectly. Jared Murphy in third in the 25 right here. He's got Shane James behind him. All four of these drivers up front are running the high side there. JD Brown moves it up to the top after running the bottom there for a while. Now he decides to move it up to the top. Let's keep an eye on Shad Prescott and Clay Devin, because these two guys are about to put on a show here. The D1RT machines currently running 6th and 7th right now. 20 laps into this one. 19 laps. All these drivers single file right now. Let's look a little bit further back here. JD Sass in the 22. He's battling right now with Dustin Hall. Both of these drivers running the bottom there as they are getting busy down there. Neither one of them wanting to go to the high side here. We got the 118 of Joshua Hessen. He's using that high side. Let's see how fast he is. And here comes the 97 of David Sutton. David Sutton in that green. Actually, that's Hayden Cardwell, your race leader. David Sutton down on the bottom there behind that 118. Hayden Cardwell starting to put drivers a lap down here as he is really flying around this place here at Kokomo. Hayden Cardwell throws down a 13 flat and then comes back with a 13-1. Second place runs a 13-1 and a 13-2 and then a 13-1. So similar lap times there, maybe a little bit of, maybe a tenth different there. Hayden Cardwell throws down a 13-0-6-1. Trevor Fitz in second runs a 13-2-7-2. So 2/10 separating those drivers. Jared Murphy still in third with a 13.363 last time by. Trevor Fitz is in there working that wheel. Let's jump on board here. Your second place driver here, the driver of the 28, Trevor Fitz. Oh, a little bit of contact with the wall there. Doesn't slow him down too much. He hit it in just the right spot. You see how he's getting around here at Kokomo, man. Not easy in there working the wheel. Now he's stuck on the wall. That slows him down 15 miles per hour there. He drops. As we are approaching lap 32 here. Hayden Cardwell really laying down some laps right now, 13.1. And Trevor Fitz had a little bit of trouble on that last lap. He ran a 13.8, so 7/10 of a difference there between Hayden Cardwell and Trevor Fitz. Third place, Jared Murphy He's back here trying to weave through some traffic. 25 there up on the high side. JD Sass on the bottom of that 22. The 97 as well. That's David Sutton there. The 331 of Dustin Hall. This driver's putting on a show. Let's take a look. Let's watch this battle between these three. Jarrett Murphy is a lap ahead of these other drivers. Jarrett has trouble and gets stuck on the wall there. Let's go take a look at Jarrett. Oh no, he just can't get it back under control there. Finally, he hangs on to it. But that car might be destroyed there after getting into the wall too hard. He has got his hands full. Jordan Bitterling has to make an evasive move to get around Jarrett Murphy. Jarrett drops to 8th. He has got a tore up race car right now, and he just can't keep it out of the wall. And here comes the 07 of Hayden Cardwell, your race leader. That puts Shane James in 3rd as we are coming up on 10 laps to go. We had 2 cautions in this one here, race number 1. Oh, Jarrett Murphy almost brought out the caution there, but he keeps it going there. Still watching Shane James there in the number 3. JD Brown making something happen here. He's in 4th. Shad Prescott's in 5th right now, the 41. So we got a 14, and we are under caution here. I believe that will be. I'm not sure what we are under caution for. Let's take a look here on the replay, find out what brought out the yellow. That's going to give us a shootout here, and actually seeing exactly what that was. Let's take a look. Watch this 331 of Dustin Hall as he comes off into turns number 3 and 4. He taps that tire and spins that sucker around, and out comes the caution here. So we're under caution for our 3rd time tonight here at Kokomo, and we will go back live up front to our race leader. This is not what Hayden Cardwell wanted to see. Did not want to see a caution. He had probably a half a track or more, I'm not for sure, but he had a nice lead, no worries. Just had to finish out this one, and pretty sure he's gonna be all right though. He's pretty good at getting a good jump there, but he's gonna have to get it again here. Trevor Fitz is gonna try to hang on to him with Shane James and JD Brown and Shad Prescott and Clay Devin. Here we go. It's gonna be 6 more times around. Contact. The 28 goes around. I believe Shane James might got a piece of him. Shane James might have sent that 28 around there. Trevor Fitz, after starting outside of our race leader in that 2nd position, that will put Trevor back. Right now he's in 13th being scored. Let's take a look one more time instead of watching him run caution laps. Let's take a look at this replay. And we'll take a look. Let's see. On the restart, we'll take a look from our number 3 machine. Oh, it looks like from Shane's perspective, let's watch it one more time. From Shane's perspective, it looks like the 28 comes down the track there, and then wham, it was just contact. So after looking at it from a distance, it looked like one was coming down, one was going up, so they kind of met in the middle there, searching for the same real estate. That's really going to hurt the driver of the 28, man. Trevor Fitz been running good all night. Not going to get his spot back. He is in 13th. So here we go. Last time. Green flag is out for the final time tonight. 2 more times around. Hayden Cardwell, JD Brown, Shane James, and the 41 of Shad Prescott. And Clay Devin rounds out the top 5. We got a race going on a little bit further back. The 018 there in the mix. Wes Gwaltney running the bottom right now. Up front here, things are heating up. Shad Prescott looking to throw a slider right across the nose of Shane James, but that was after the checkered flag. Good try there, buddy. A little bit late. Congratulations to Hayden Cardwell on the win here. Pretty much dominated this thing. Almost lapped the whole field. He needs to calm down. Very fast driver there. JD Brown's going to come home in second. Shane James will be third. So if you'd like to hear the interviews coming up here after the race, hang on to it. Don't leave us just yet. Oh, sorry. All right. Well, hey. Go back. We'll go back and watch this replay. We'll go back and watch it anyways. A little 2-lap shootout. That's all right. We're gonna replay it for you guys. Just hang tight. These guys double up right here. This is where they get set to go green. Sorry about that, by the way. Hayden Cardwell's your leader there. The 14 of JD Brown. You got Shad Prescott there. And the 3 of Shane James. This is the end of this one. Two times around. The 41 drops back to 4th there before he gets up to the high side. White flag is out this time. The final lap right here, the 41 of Shad Prescott, that's who I was talking about. He throws a slider on Shane James right here after the race is over. Shane keeps him from getting into him there, but oh, Hayden Cardwell really laid the smackdown on these boys tonight. Everybody did a heck of a job out there. It's a lot of fun. KOKOMO, it's a crazy racetrack here. Now let's see if we can get a word in with our 3rd place finisher, which that's going to be Shane James tonight. Sorry I don't have a lot of energy tonight as I usually do, but it's been a long day. But we'll be back on Mondays. Do the Monday Modified series here. Modified Mondays. Before we pull up these drivers, let's take a look at our race results here for tonight's race. Hayden Cardwell, JD Brown, and Shane James so sit on the podium. Shad Prescott, Clay Dedman round out the top 5. Jordan Bitterling, Wes Gwaltney, Darren Friedman, JD Sass, and Darren Littorals round out the top 10. David Sutton, Jarrett Murphy, Trevor Fitz drops all the way back to 13th. I hate to see that for Trevor. He had a great run out there. Started outside pole with just a few laps to go, and then contact between him and Shane James. So sorry to see that, Trevor. Cody Canwine, Dustin Hall, Bailey Cardwell, Jed Barton, Sean Bowers, Joshua Hessen, and Greg Thompson round out the top 20 drivers that competed in this feature race here. And just remember, there's always next week, and don't hold no grudges. We're all here for fun. Let's pull up our 3rd place finisher here if we can. Shane James in the house? I don't believe so. All right, well, we'll pull up JD Brown then. Let's see if we can get a talk in with him. JD Brown, you got your ears on.
I sure do.
Hey man, glad to see you back this season. Of course, you know, I'm a fan of the JD Brown. So how was your race tonight, man? You managed to come home second. How did you do it?
Yeah, I ran the bottom. That was my plan for the at least beginning half of the race, and it worked pretty well. 7th up to 3rd, go back to 5th, running up there, went up top, and kind of just capitalized on the other people's mistake and got up to 2nd.
Yeah, there's 20 cars out there. There was only about 3 of them running the bottom. You was the first one of those drivers, well, the highest place driver up there running the bottom. You just couldn't get the bottom to work, man. I seen you decided to move up. You think if you'd have stayed down there, you could have had it figured out, or you had to move to the top, or you was going to drop back?
Beginning, I think the bottom was pretty pretty good. I think we'd run pretty side by side racing, but eventually when it started to go slick down there, you got to move up top to be the fastest guy around.
Yeah, man, you always figure out how to get to the front somehow or another. And you never let me down, man. So it's always fun watching you, and glad to see you back out there. And I'm glad to see you got a nice paint job on there with some words on there.
Thanks. I just want to thank Bad Racing, SDP, Napa Parts, and everyone at part of Bad Racing that's been helping me out and been getting dialed in.
Hey, man, appreciate you for stopping up here and talking to me. And, hey, man, I can't wait to see you next week. And this season, man, I know you're going to get some wins, and you're going to be competing for this championship. And hopefully you can make all the races, man. Good talking to you, JD.
Thank you. It's going to be a fun season.
Absolutely. That was JD Brown. Started 7th, finished 2nd. And he does that a lot. You got to watch out for him, man. He is a tough cookie to beat out there. But another one right here, the 07 machine of Hayden Cardwell. Starting here for race number 1 for the Modified Monday series here with the Sim Addicts at KOKOMO. Hayden Cardwell, you got your ears on?
Yeah, I got you. You got me?
I know you didn't want to see a caution there at the end, but I know you wasn't really intimidated by any of those other drivers, man. After the whooping you put down here tonight, I don't know if anybody's going to have anything for you this season, man. Tell us about your race tonight.
Yeah, the car was really good right over start, but I mean, like, people always say a lot of bad stuff about KOKOMO. We have a long green flag lap there, and I just can't thank everybody that helps me get to this.
Absolutely, man. It looks like you had at least a half a track on them. I couldn't pull up the data, man, but you was out front by a long ways there. Did you what was going through your mind there on that last restart? Because I noticed on them restarts that the 28 was just, it was starting to catch your timing there, and it was getting harder and harder for you to pull off that gap there as you go into 1.
Oh yeah, for sure. Before that caution came out, I was just kind of struggling lap drive because it was getting heated. I mean, caution kind of helped me in a way because something bad didn't happen.
Yeah.
But when that caution came out, I was like, here comes Trevor. He's probably found a line somewhere. And I really don't know what happened to him, but that stuff with them, it's just a pleasure racing against them guys on D1RT. They're probably the fastest guys on the game. And
oh yeah, man. I totally agree, man. Those D1RT guys are fun to watch, and you are too. But they didn't have nothing for you here tonight, man. Congratulations on the win. Anybody want to thank?
Oh yeah, I appreciate it.
Next week and this season, man, I think you're going to be a contender for it. I just hope I hope you don't get a big target on your back.
Oh yeah, that's how I am. And I'm actually going to be racing the VLR series starting tomorrow, so hopefully we can do something.
Hey man, good luck in that, and hey, we'll catch you next time.
Yes, appreciate it, Wizzy.
Hey buddy. Hayden Cardwell, man, domination for tonight's race here for the season opener for the Sim Addicts Modified Monday series here at KOKOMO. This was race number 1, so remember, don't forget to come back. Appreciate it, Climber. Don't forget to come back here. We are going to be live next Monday here, getting dirty again on SRTV, Sim Race TV. My name's Jay Weezy, and we are also live on Thursdays and Sundays at the moment. So don't forget, share it with your friends, like the buttons, all the good stuff. And everybody, don't forget to have a good night and keep getting dirty.